Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the Conqueror Gun Carriage, the Tier 10 British SPG, located on the north spawn of Halluf. It's under the command of jksoler. Well, this is an unusual battle because it happens to be a ranked battle, a Tier 10 game with Tier 10 only tanks, and jksoler sent this replay in on the hope that we can actually get it to run for him, because it's his best game in the CGC. Now this is the Arty that would have been made from the Conqueror tank, but it never actually got produced because basically it's a fake tank. It's a figment of Wargaming's imagination. The main gun is a 9.2 inch howitzer, and yeah, Conqueror hull. Now it can do 1000 alpha, but he's loaded it with the premium rounds capable of 1200 alpha, penetrating 59mm of armor. Now, let's see what he does with the orbital laser cannon, because that's what this thing's known. It's got a very high trajectory. Rounds out the TVP. Well, yes, he did do some splash damage to the TVP, and he's got some points for that as well, for the stun assist. The other Arty on his team is a GWE100. Okay. We're looking at a EBR 105, just the other side of the hill at the north end of the map. Now he's facing off against an enemy EBR. And now we've got the Progetto 65. Now, if he stays stationary, he's likely to take a big hit. Ooh, that's a penetrating shot. 1,280 hit points of damage. Okay, so he's got some serious hit points now. As you can see in the ranked battle, he's actually in third place at the moment, or third, 3 stripes, and he's trying to make his way up the rankings. Next target is gonna be a T-57 heavy, I think. He's almost loaded. Lining the shot up. He's loaded. Rounds out. Oh, that was a direct hit as well. We didn't see the T-57 heavy as he was struck, as he went unspotted. But the shell definitely went in. There was no explosion. You can see the T-57 heavy is definitely stunned, and he's missing quite a few hit points. Now, one of the good things about the Conqueror Gun Carriage is the trajectory. It's very high indeed, which means the shells are going straight up almost and coming straight down on the enemy at a long range away. And that means that they can't really hide behind rocks. Rounds out on the Wizzy. Well, he hit 2 tanks there. He got the Super Conqueror and he hit the Wizzy 111 Model 5A. Got some hit points off each of them, almost as good as getting a direct hit. Okay, you can see there's a lot of action going on in this corner. Okay, let's see what he can do. Now, that M48 Patton's made a bit of a rash choice there by going into the dip like that. He's basically staying almost stationary. Rounds out. Takes a hit. 507 hit points of damage. Doesn't penetrate, but it did do a lot of damage. And you can see he's down now to 690, which means basically he's a 2-shot. In fact, now he's a 1-shot because he just took a big hit. And yep, the TVP nails him. Okay, going back to these tanks on the other side. We're almost loaded. JK's going to try again. An Object 268 version 4, the Bobject. He fires the round in, and the guy backs up. Oh! That hurt. 503 hit points of damage. He backed into the shell, so he placed it exactly where he needed it to go. It can be difficult trying to judge the exact spot that you need to aim for, but ideally what you want to do is you want the enemy tank to walk into the fire, and so you aim where you think that they're going to come back. Now he's firing over these battlements. There's a kind of gap there between the battlements, and I think he's trying to use that gap as much as he can. You can see that the enemy tanks don't want to be on the other side of that pass now. They they actually are shying away from it because they saw what happened to the T57 and the others. But now we've got a 60 TP and an E4. Rounds out. You can see how long it takes for the shell to reach the target. It's taking up to 4 seconds for the shell to arrive. So he's having to think well ahead to try and avoid missing out on the target. Now, the enemy's not making any moves to try and get over this side of the map at the moment, but they are still fighting it out in the northwest corner. 60 TP is going to be the next target. He's almost fully dialed in. He could get a kill shot with this one. Rounds out straight away. And he does get a kill. The 60 TP was wiped out with that round. So that's very, very good news indeed. Okay, that Super Conqueror is sticking close to the wall, making it very difficult for us to get a shot onto him. But he is near the gap now. I'm wondering if he can land the shell just a little bit closer. The Super Conqueror backs up. No. He fires the round in anyway. And he gets some stun on the Super Conq and the T57 Heavy. Now, he hasn't been changing position that much in between his shots. Ideally, you should move after each shot just to avoid counter battery. Okay. Now, you notice how he did that? He actually scrolled the mouse to move the aim point down to the far end. What you can do is if you hold down the left control key and then move your counter, the mouse counter, over the minimap, and then you can right click on the spot you want to actually look at, and the view will go there straight away. So that saves an awful lot of time scrolling the mouse to try and bring the view over like that. Yes, so just hold down the left control key, then move the marker, the counter, over the minimap. Right click on the spot you want to see and it'll go there straight away. It's a little trick that I was taught a long while ago, but it's still valid today and it's still very, very useful. Okay, he's still trying to hit the Super Conq and the T57. They're not being very cooperative, but you notice now the aim is actually still going through that gap in the battlements. So he's still going to have a go. In fact, he's now been joined by the Object 268 version 4. Oh! Yes, it was very close. In fact, actually, he did get some stun assist on the T57. There are now 3 tanks up on the enemy in the team. Okay, Progetto 65, he can do serious damage to this guy. In fact, I think that may be the same guy he's already penetrated once. Now, in fact, there's the EBR there as well. Rounds out on the Progetto. Well, he splashed him for 451. And there's the second shot coming in from the GW. And the Progetto goes down. And now we're 5 tanks up on the enemy, so this is going to make the battle move fast. TDP T5051, he's just going out of range at the moment. So we're now looking to try and get a shell on the Bobject, if we can. He is looking this way. There's the Super Conq. And a short distance away on the other side of the wall, we've got an E4. Just see him in the corner of the screen. Okay, the enemy Arty is outside range. You can see the grade line that's coming in from the top. You'd have to move close to get shots on him. He can get a shot on the TVP. He fires the round in and he does get him. It's a splash kill. I love the way the shell is actually sounding as it comes in. It's almost like it's ripping through the air. Okay, he's changing position altogether. In fact, now he's venturing a little closer, but he's still using the bush to hide from the enemy, just in case the enemy does have a vehicle over this side. He's not close enough to hit the GW on the enemy team, but he possibly can hit this Wizzy 111 Model 5A. The enemy's just lost their, or rather we've just lost an M48 pattern. Rounds out on the Wizzy. Not sure if that did any damage at all. We're 2 up on the enemy. Our Heshbomb just managed to wipe out the Super Conk. But now the enemy's countered and they've taken out our 277 with the E4. So we're looking at the E4 and we're going to try and put a round close to him. Okay, there's the object again. Our TVP's going in for the kill. And he does get it. Now we want to get this this E4. There he is. Rounds out. Oh, it's a big hit for 178. But he took a shot from the Heshbomb just as that shot went in. So now he's a one shot for the TVP, who's going in for the kill. He goes around the guy, actually. Forces the E4 to turn around. The Heshbomb's still reloading. We might be able to get a shot on him. In the meanwhile, there's another fight going on down this end of the map, but it's almost at maximum range. The Centurion Action 10 just gets derped by the Wizzy 111 Model 5A. Can we get a shot? Rounds out. Long flight time, remember? Yeah, I don't think he counted the flight time. Ideally, what he needs to do is go into the village and shoot from there, because that probably would have been better. But now there is only one enemy left. They've killed the Wizzy. And that means the Conqueror Gun Carriage on the enemy team is the last enemy tank alive. The TVP killed the Wizzy 111 Model 5A. We're almost loaded. Okay. Can he get this last kill? It would be very nice if he could. He is within range now. Rounds out straight away. Oh, and we were denied the damage, but possibly that would have taken him out anyway. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an exceptional game for jksoler in the Conqueror Gun Carriage, because he received a rank of the top 10 in that game. He was exceptionally play. Let's have a look at the team scores to see how much damage he actually did. Well, he did get the highest damage in the game in that one. Yes, he got 5,328 hit points of damage. Second highest damage actually went to the TVP T5051, who got 4,675, and the third highest damage was the T110E4 on the enemy team with 4,233. When it came to kills, it was the TVP who did the best with 4 kills. The Heshbomb managed 4 as well, and then we've got jksoler. Oh no, it's actually the E4 and the enemy team next with 3 kills, and then it's jksoler with 2 kills alongside the Centurion Action 10 on his team. When it came to base XP, it was the TVP again who got 1,267, mainly because he was spotting. The Heshbomb managed 1,085, and then we got jksoler managed 989, so he was just behind these two guys who managed to get over 1,000 base. He fired 17 rounds in the game, 5 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 23 splash. And I think we did actually see that penetrating shot was the one. I think it was on the TVP T5051, I think, that he got the penetrator. But, oh no, it's not that one. It's the Progetto. Sorry, I spoke too soon. Yes, he got the Progetto right at the start of the game, actually, with the penetrator. He also got 23 splashes, damage of 5,328, all of it at more than 300 meters, damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 2 of them, and did 946 hit points of stun assist of 22 stuns. Now, he did suffer a loss for the game because he was using the premium HE, which is more expensive. He earned 46,123 credits for the game after repair and also the ammunition. He actually made a loss for this game of 66,835 credits. But I don't think he'll mind that because he actually did get into the top 10. He also took away 2,968 XP as well from the game. So a very good game. That was his best game ever in the Conqueror Gun Carriage. And yes, he was getting some fantastic shots, but I think this is prior to the nerf of Arty that took place some time ago. You can see that this game is actually from 3 years ago, 24th of July in 2020. So yes, it was a few years ago, and yes, Arty has been nerfed since, but I'm sure that jksoler still remembers this replay, and it is a very, very good replay because, of course, he did get the highest damage in the game. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.